This is a black day for freedom of speech. The Provincial Administrative Court in Warsaw, overturning the decision of the National Broadcasting Council, has revoked TV Republica's broadcast license. In this case, in the court's opinion, the authority, that is the chairman of the National Broadcasting Council, violated the rules of administrative procedure to an extent that could have affected the outcome of the case. The verdict is not final, and our TV station has already announced an appeal. In a special statement, the National Broadcasting Council outlined what it thinks of the court's verdict in a brief but forceful way. After the delivery of the recent verdict, the National Council will file a cassation appeal against the verdict with the Supreme Administrative Court. Until the legal conclusion of the proceedings, the licenses of TV Republica and Poland 24 are still in force. Judge Barbara Kolodziejczak-Osetek is not an accidental person. In 2021, she signed on to an appeal by the politicized Judges Association Justia to stop the disciplinary chamber of the judiciary. The decision of the National Broadcasting Council was challenged by MWE Networks Group, the broadcaster of the Polska 24 station, which lost the battle for the license. Media reports say the group has no money to pay for a place on the multiplex. The group's vice president, Karol Wada, puts on a brave face and argues that the funds are there. Financial assurances were also important. At that moment you had, and now how does it look? Well, we have all the time. Our group is also a fast-growing one. That money is there. That money was there. However, the attitude of MWE Networks Group raises many questions. It's a message that our TV station received last September from the company's owner, Michał Winnicki. He offered to buy the company from us, which would stop their claims in court. Good morning. You buy the company, then you can do what you want with the claims to the court after replacing its management. The expected amount for this company is 2.5 million zloty. Claims against the state treasurer are valued at a much higher amount, but it's a court battle for several years. This man made us an offer that he would withdraw the complaint from the court if we bought his company. He submitted this normally to the prosecutor's office, only that in this prosecutor's office he doesn't even have anything to look for. That's how he wanted to sell. He demanded money from us, and then there will be no trial. The day before the court decision, TVN24 aired a replay of a report defaming our station. What a coincidence. I had the impression as I listened to the lady judge that what she was saying had nothing to do with either the law, the documents, or the fact, but very much with the TVN report, which is why so much nonsense. For example, she gave information that the instalment is 6 million. The instalment is 1 million zloty, and we paid it long ago. Only Madam Judge did not check anything. It has been known for a long time that our TV station is a massive thorn in the side of Donald Tusk's ideal media world. First, we weren't allowed into press conferences and crisis staff.
Ale ja bardzo przepraszam. Jestem redaktorem, jestem dziennikarzem. Panowie, uspokójcie się. Jesteśmy na żywo, to jest transmitowane w tej chwili na całą Polskę i cała Polska widzi, że to pan mnie dotyka.
And now they want to deprive us of being in every home. This is a liquidation of democracy in Poland right now. Well, this is the truth. This is the liquidation of democracy in an obvious way, even without any pretense. The court's decision was met with fierce protest from the Association of Polish Journalists. We unequivocally perceive this decision as an attack on freedom of speech in Poland, an attack on media pluralism in Poland, and a de facto attack on democracy, because without free media, without pluralistic media, that is, media presenting different points of view on a given issue, democracy does not exist. The issue has also made headlines abroad. Among others, Matej Szlap, who heads CPAC, an organization that brings together conservatives around the world, has come to TV Republica's defense. In Poland, they are trying to silence the largest TV network because they put people like me on the air. This is leftist fascism. Right-wing Romanian presidential candidate George Simeon also stands in solidarity with us, a country that has especially recently experienced what liberal democracy means in practice. Donald Tusk's tyrannical regime wants to shut down the only conservative TV stations completely independent of the government, Republica TV and Pulse 24. Tusk only wants to be praised and turns Poland into a new Belarus. Freedom of speech is dead. The spectre of having our license revoked had been following Republica for months. We were threatened by Deputy Prime Minister Krzysztof Gawkowski. The consequences should be strong, and certainly in the case of TV Republica, because such behaviour directly indicates that we should be talking about revoking the license. Threatened by Donald Tusk's court avenger, i.e. Roman Giertych. After the National Broadcasting Council exchange, I will request the revocation of the licence for this lying station. Enough of openly spreading criminal lies. Now these threats are becoming a reality, and the idea is to do the same thing that happened to the public media, that is, the collapse.
20 grudnia 2023 roku
On December the 20th, 2023, Donald Tusk, Rafał Trzaskowski and their team took away from millions of Poles their TV. Now they want to do it again with TV Republika. And it is solely up to you whether they succeed. If there is strong opposition, together we will win this battle. Because for years, Civic Platform has been about one thing. This is what these elections are about, so that we are not asked these kinds of questions all the time. Therefore, now your support is especially important to us. We sincerely thank you for every form of assistance. Special thanks are due to the club members of Gazeta Polska, who gathered in crowds to protest in front of our station headquarters. We, for our part, can promise that we will fight to the very end.
Będziemy się bronić.
We will defend ourselves with all possible legal and political means. We will appeal to international opinion to prevent TV Republika's signal from being turned off. We have emergency options prepared, but in order to activate them, we also need your support. Republika Television is an exceptional group of journalists, cameramen, technicians, and all the people who work every day for you, our viewers. But TV Republika is first and foremost its viewers, who have shown time and again that they are always on the side of Poland and on the side of freedom. You cannot be denied access to your television.